A couple of weeks ago, I dropped a video showing you 11 different examples of one DoorDash driver being paid, in some cases, substantially more than another. In this video, we're going to look at some of the most common theories you came up with and respond to them. If you haven't seen that video yet, pause this one and click the link up here, check that video out, and then come back to this video. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've heard me mention Pam before. She is hands down the best multi-apper I know and the person who taught me almost everything that I know about gig work. With that said, meet Pam.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
So, combined, we've got, what,
7.5 years.
7.5 years of driving experience. You've been at it for
4 years, then end of the month.
4 years. I've been at it for 3.5. When we were driving together, we started getting offers where you got the offer first in most cases.
Yeah.
And then you would decline it, and then it would bounce to me for less.
Right.
We have always done this sit in a parking lot side-by-side thing, wait for offers to come through. Typically, what happens is one of us will decline it, and then it bounces to the next driver for the same price or like 25 cents more.
Right, but not this time.
Not this time. We thought it may have been a weird one-off event, a fluke, something like that. When it started happening over and over, we started getting screenshots, and that's how we made the video that most of you have probably seen at this point. Just when we thought that we had exposed everything that people need to know, there was new development.
It was a head scratcher for sure.
So
why is this happening?
Well, I'm talking about the thing last night.
Oh, why is that happening?
So, just when we thought we knew everything that there is to know, we don't. So we're going to be getting a bunch more data, and there's going to be another video or two. This will end up being a series. But for this video, we want to respond to the questions that we know the answers to, and hopefully
know the answers to.
Hopefully know the answers, and put some stuff to rest that was floating around the comments. With that said, let's get into it.
Let's.
One of the most common theories was that women get paid more than men.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
We actually know that this is not true. Over the last week or so, we have been hanging out at Walmart, picking up Spark orders, and of course, because Pam multi-apps like crazy, she always has DoorDash on as well. Over this last week, we had the same scenario, but reversed.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So it's not always the woman who is getting paid more than the guy. Another very common theory is it was an iPhone versus an Android thing. So I have an iPhone, Pam has an Android. Again, because the thing was flipped this time. True.
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
I don't think so.
I think some of you do, but I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it doesn't, though, because I ended up getting a few orders this week that were paying more than yours.
Yeah, you did.
So
I don't know how that's happening, but...
All right, this is one that I think is going to require some conversation. One of the most common theories is that we have trained the algorithm on what we are going to accept and what we're not. So I want to get this out of the way first. I mean, no disrespect to anybody who thinks that, but I do think that you're giving DoorDash a little too much credit.
Out of all the theories, I think this is probably closest to the truth.
So, okay, let's talk about that. You are like the queen multi-apper. If you've got, like, Pam will seriously have like 12 Spark orders in the car, a DoorDash, and an Uber Eats, all at the same time.
Not 12, but I have had 4 or 5 orders in the car many times.
Anyway, so she's a great multi-apper and looks for any opportunity that she can to make her own double or triple. As a result of this, you tend to accept orders that pay a little less on DoorDash than I do.
I took a $5 order yesterday.
So... And
hate to admit that.
Well, I mean, you're doing it because they're going in the same direction.
But it was going the same direction. Pick up, drop off, and then I could drop off.
So in your case, you're taking the lower paying orders because you're going to end up making more because you're already going in that direction.
Correct.
So...
But as a general rule, I don't lowball.
Well, no. I mean, like, if you've only got one offer in the car, no, you're not going to be taking a $4 or $5 order. Right. So, but I mean, when you do, you look for more opportunities to make more money. So, and that's kind of what sets you apart from most drivers.
And I'm not going to take it just because it's flashing in my face.
I think as a result of that, right, like I would say blow for blow, if you look at what you accept versus what I accept, I would say I probably accept higher paying DoorDash offers than you do because I multi-app less.
I thought maybe you took lower offers than I did, but
I'm picky. I'm picky.
I'm the queen of picky. But it depends on where it's going. I take into consideration where it's going. House or apartment, easy drop, been there before, it makes a difference. $1 or $2, big deal.
But I mean, I guess ultimately, I think just the idea of training the algorithm is probably incorrect. Because
you're beating down my theory.
Well, I mean,
no, I have to agree. I see your point.
So, I mean, if you're only doing DoorDash or something, or after Walmart's closed, I think that what you accept on there tends to go way up.
Yeah, I don't normally do
price-wise.
DoorDash alone.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, theoretically, if Walmart's closed, you're done with Spark for the day.
I'll do Uber and Grubhub and DoorDash.
Right. You're going to end up accepting higher paying offers than, if you're doing Spark along with it.
Either that or I'm going home. Yeah.
Yeah. Very true. So, I mean, it's a great theory.
I think so too.
And I gotta say, out of all of them, I think that probably is the most plausible. But I think that at the end of the day, if anything, you would probably confuse the algorithm more than anything, because during the day when you're doing Spark, you might accept something that's $5, but in the evening, after Walmart's done, you're gonna take something that's $9 or $10.
That's a whole nother video.
Yes. A great theory, but I mean, personally, I don't think that's why we're seeing the pay discrepancies. This is the perfect spot for you to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You making fun of me?
No.
You making fun of me?
No.
You're gonna do it. You gotta really emphasize it.
No.
What the fuck were you doing?
Nothing. You're hallucinating again.
All right. Another common theory is that one of us is getting higher paying orders because we've been driving longer. So again,
it's only 6 months difference. It's virtually the same in the big picture, I think.
And I think that we're kind of the outliers too, right? I mean, because if we're being realistic, most drivers are only at this for 6 months at most.
True. There's not a lot around that were there when I started.
Oh, no. So, I mean, it's a good theory. If we're going based on what DoorDash says, the only metrics that are actually supposed to matter are the only metric rather is the acceptance rate.
Right.
And I mean,
and we're both trash.
Yeah, dog shit dashers.
Just saying.
Yeah, get your top dasher and get your dog shit dasher.
I was top dasher for 3 months. That wore off.
Yeah, no,
that was when I started.
Well, that was in the beginning too.
It was 2020.
Interesting theory, but I mean, the only thing that they claim makes a difference is the acceptance rate. And actually, furthermore, again, over this last week, we've seen the opposite kind of happen. But please do stick around for that, because there's an interesting twist to this story that I cannot wait to talk about.
Just when you think you figured something out, nope.
Yeah. There's some punk bitches, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. Along the same lines, another common theory was that something in our stats made a difference. So, I mean, we've already talked about the lifetime deliveries.
No.
We didn't talk about that, actually.
I have a lot more.
You do have a lot more, but again, it's not something that DoorDash claims will get you any kind of priority. Right. The only thing that matters with deliveries is if you're in the large order program. And
neither of us are.
And neither one of us are. You need 100 per month or something to maintain access. And, same thing with Top Dasher, which neither one of us are.
Right.
So, lifetime deliveries, I don't think that's going to matter. We've covered our acceptance rate. We're both in the red.
Our ratings are about the same.
Our on-time delivery is pretty close.
Right.
I don't
There isn't any big differences.
There's nothing, in my opinion, that should make the difference. Another common thing that came up is that they're stealing tips again.
Yeah, that did cross our minds.
It did. We were sitting there, we're going to catch them. Going to catch them.
Busted, DoorDash. Busted.
Yeah, but on at least, did we reach out on more than one order, or was it just the one?
Just the one.
Okay. So, I mean, not, hardly scientific, but Pam had reached out to support, and we showed that conversation in the video. So
I had to get answers.
Yeah. So we got the breakdown of the base pay and the tip. So the tip did match on the order that we contacted support on, but
that he was paid.
The base pay did not.
I really wanted to bust them.
I want to bust them too, but we got to wait for them to actually be doing it to bust them for it.
Well, we're gonna get them with something.
Well,
because what happened last night?
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. Stay tuned, guys.
All right. Another theory put forward was that day mode versus night mode makes a difference.
My phone's always in day mode.
and mine is usually in night mode. I personally don't think it's going to matter. It's just a color scheme in the app. I can't see that it would affect the offers we receive.
It'd be like we have different wallpaper on the phone. Would that matter? Yeah, I don't think it matters. I really don't. It's nothing that DoorDash sees.
I mean, I appreciate any theory that is coming at us at this point, because like we still haven't really...
Right. Some of them we didn't think of.
Well, yeah, a lot of them we didn't think of.
Here we are.
Yeah. All right. Well, not the most plausible theory. My favorite theory is that it's because Pam is prettier than I am. See?
Come on.
I'm pretty...
That's got to be it. Nailed it.
I'm pretty adorable, but yeah, okay.
He can be adorable.
You got me there. All right, you got me there. But I don't think that DoorDash knows what we look like. We never...
They have a photo.
Well, we didn't sign up with them.
How do they know it's us?
I've had to verify my account once with them, ever.
Yeah, I don't think they care what we look like.
I don't think they care what we look like either. There is a very popular content creator who has suggested this as a possibility in the past. Somebody I respect the hell out of, but I disagree with this theory. DoorDash is throttling us.
I don't know.
Well,
why would they do that?
So here's the thing though. Like, I wouldn't have been throttled because I remember that first night that we figured out that there was something janky. Right? Like I had just signed in. Like, I hadn't done any orders. So like there was nothing to throttle at that point. It was...
Why would they do that? They want to get it done. Get it done. Why would they throttle anyone?
Right. Well, and I mean, like you and I know, like proximity is what is the most important to them.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So, I mean, that's why we see orders, for the places that we're immediately near.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, because like I wasn't...
Why would they do that?
I don't think they would. So throttling is an interesting theory, but several of the days that we were out driving and getting screenshots and stuff for that video, I hadn't taken any orders up until that point. So there was literally nothing to throttle.
Right. Neither had I. So.
Yeah. So good theory, but I don't personally think that's it.
No, we just logged in to have some fun and,
All right, this is an interesting one. I'm actually going to pull this off and read this here so I don't mess this up. The algorithm expects one driver to be faster than the other. Base pay looks at total miles. You distracted me.
Faster.
Total miles and time expected for that driver. And my apologies, guys. There were so many comments. I didn't get screenshots or names of who asked. So whoever put this forward, thank you. That's an excellent question. So in summary, they think you're faster or they think I'm faster.
I am faster. He took fast.
I'm Zach Drives Fast. I'm literally Zach Drives Fast.
I have been told so many times that I was fast when I show up. I have to be fast.
So have I. You're not Pam Go Zoom Zoom.
I could be.
See if the name's available.
Gosh,
YouTube.com/Pam Go Zoom Zoom.
This is something we didn't think of, to be honest. Yeah. This was not something we thought of until we saw it. And I don't...
It's an interesting theory.
It's very interesting to think about.
I mean, but like there's too many variables I think that go into that though, because
like traffic,
the restaurant,
yeah,
idiots on the road, who are going 5 under
and declining it 4 times before you get a decent price. No way.
So I think I don't even know how we would do an experiment on that, honestly. I
don't think so. I wish we could.
We could
test that theory, but we'll have to figure out how. Ideas?
Yeah, if you have ideas, definitely put them in the comments.
Yeah, for sure.
See, you're a natural YouTuber. You got this.
I know. Pam Go Zoom Zoom.
Pam Go Zoom Zoom.
I'm making shirts.
The final one that we want to touch on is that the total miles driven for DoorDash that week somehow affected the offer pay. So another interesting theory.
If we're about the same, then maybe. We don't take very many DoorDash orders. It's a
secondary app for both of us.
Yes.
And we really kind of only tend to do DoorDash when we have another order and like a DoorDash offer lines up. Right. They just don't really pay as well in our market as like Uber or Spark or something like that. So
yeah, the one I took yesterday was just to get started for my day because I was waiting for Spark.
Yeah. So
sorry about that.
Once a driver, always a driver. Do you need to check that?
No, that was Rody. Don't need to check that.
The fact of the matter is, neither one of us take a ton of DoorDash orders. If they line up and we get an offer that's reasonable and we think it's going to be ready, we'll pick it up.
They're just not lucrative enough.
No. So I can't see that either one of us would have had any, substantial bump in mileage on DoorDash over the other for that week. So excellent theory. But I just don't think it'd be drastic enough of a difference.
Yeah, I think it's who's the pickiest. We're going to have to prove who's the pickiest. Yeah. I think it's me. He thinks it's him.
It might be me. All right. So we just looked at several of your theories and had a conversation about them. I think some are plausible. Unfortunately, we just don't really know because we can't see DoorDash's code.
Right. And some are silly because we know I'm the prettiest.
Well, yeah. I don't think that one was ever up for debate. So
it's okay, Zach.
I'm going to go home and freaking cry. So, again, thank you so much for letting me ride with you for a week. It was a lot of fun.
Looking forward to more.
Yeah, well, we're about to after this video.
What happened yesterday? You guys, seriously.
Do not miss that video. So
why is DoorDash doing this to us?
If you thought that what we showed you in that first video was bad, do not miss the next video.
You'll be surprised, as we were.
Yeah. So if you haven't done so yet, please do consider pressing the like button and subscribing to my channel. Also, Pam sacrificed a lot of her time and money for me to bring you these videos. All the time she spent in the car with me, not doing what was lucrative. So if you would be so kind, please do drop a thank you for Pam in the comments as well. So
it was fun.
It was fun.
It's fun. It's always fun hanging with Zach.
Yeah, thank you.
You should all come hang with Zach. We should have a party sometime.
I wish I could buy everybody a beer.
That would be awesome.
So, all right, guys. Until next time, seriously, subscribe.
Subscribe. Thanks, guys.